Hello, dear reader, and welcome back to Ghosts of Boyfriends Past. It's a quickie where you might be a new reader along. You chose an odd time to join the show, but we're glad to have you. I'm Tom Harris. Elizabeth Best sits across me. Ghosts of Boyfriends Past is the show. Generally, we try and have someone in. They tell us a story about a dating relationship gone by, marriage, whatever. We wrap it up with a kumbaya, how are you? However, we do have overflow. We have stories, questions that need answering, that need telling, and that's what these quickie minisodes are here to do. So deal with it, Elizabeth. we're gonna. This is a stories-driven quickie. This one, and in the idea that a picture tells 1,000 words. I'm going to pass you my phone, and you're going to do a sort of talk us through what you see.
I'm very
in a moment
excited.
of social media serendipity. I saw this today of recording and just went, I can't not have this brought up on the show.
Okay,
talk us through it.
It's a meme. There's a lot of T-shirts, and it says at the top, "Made shirts while my boyfriend is on his cruise. I want every girl to know he is taken." So the shirts say, "Sorry girls, I am gay," one of them. One of them says, "If you think I'm cute, you should see my girlfriend," in capital letters. This one says, "My girlfriend is cuter, so leave me alone," underlined 3 times. Another one has half a heart on it, and it says, "I already found the other half." And this one, the one I can't read, it says, "Caution, my girlfriend's muscles are larger than mine, beware."
In the world, in the year 2024, what is
okay,
this?
so here's
what
the
is
thing.
This? Is this allowed?
If it's
is this
a joke
normal?
and she doesn't expect him to wear them, it's like 10% funny. If she expects him to wear them, then she needs to check her insecurities.
It's pretty weird. It's vulgar in a way.
It's too much.
It's a bit too much.
It's a bit too much.
It's
I just like
much.
if you have to warn people off your boyfriend, you don't trust him.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably the underlying
like if you have to
attitude,
warn
isn't it?
people off them, then you just and if you don't trust, then what do you have? What? Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Okay, I've got a story for you. I found this story on news.com.au and it's okay. I will just start. The moment that New York influencer Taylor Pare started chatting with a guy she met on an online dating app, sparks flew. Soon after matching, the pair struck up a conversation, and in an instant he organised a time to meet up and booked a restaurant for them to visit. Without much hesitation, Taylor confirmed she'd meet him at said restaurant, and on the night of the date, she got ready and left the house. But when she arrived at the restaurant, he was nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Thinking he may just be late for their date, she sent him a message but heard nothing in return. It sucks when someone flakes on you, so Taylor was unimpressed at her would-be date's actions, but here's where things get interesting. "I checked the app and noticed that he had unmatched me," she says in the now viral clip. "At that point, I was a little confused and kind of pissed off because I was already dressed and got all the way here. And instead of heading home to sulk, she decided to make the most of her cute outfit and had a meal at the restaurant. All was well, given the circumstances, and Taylor made her way back home in Brooklyn. However, as she started scrolling on Facebook that evening, she noticed another woman sharing an eerily similar story to her own, only to learn that she had been catfished not by the date, but by the restaurant." Sorry, what? Says the story.
Yes.
She found out that there are now restaurants posing as people on dating apps
this
just
is entrapment.
so you go to their
This
business.
is a lawsuit or something. I want arrests. I want names. This is no good.
And once you get stood up, they know that 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to buy something from them, either when it's a drink while you're waiting or a meal. And that just blew my mind.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Now, people who have commented on this have said similar things to you. Someone said, "The fact that we have stooped this low, sirens, jail time, you are not, it says, you are not no girl boss town. You're just ruining a girl's mental self-esteem."
Wow.
So,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Late stage capitalism. I thought we couldn't go any more money grubby hungry. Wow.
Someone said, wow, that's a new low. Someone said, hard to believe this is how we treat each other. Someone said, this makes me want to throw my phone into the ocean and go fully analog. And someone said, shit, even restaurants be entering their villain era.
I'm so close to speechless on an audio podcast. My word. What did the... Why? Where... How long has this been going on?
I don't
How
know.
many years has this been going for?
I
A
don't know.
decade? That restaurants... Oh, my God. We've just given every restaurant that
Name and
listens to this an
shame,
idea.
I say. Like, I want to know what that restaurant in New York was. I want to know now, and I want them
That's what I
closed
said.
down.
I want arrests. I want someone to suffer for this.
And
This
if anybody
is
listens to
appalling.
this and thinks that's a great marketing idea, I will. Nope, I can't make threats on mic, but I will insert something I will say after the show about you.
It's a great marketing idea.
I know, it's awful.
Great, yeah, great.
Thanks, Zane.
Define great.
I was like, that's genius horrible.
Yeah, like even if they get found out and they're named and shamed, like that,
Yeah,
it's
that's work.
a lot of publicity. My question is, why women? Like, surely men would be easier to manipulate there in greater numbers, right?
When you're
but are women more likely to stay and spend?
Yeah,
than men?
probably. Men would probably just be like, let's swipe and find someone else
Our
closer.
fragile egos need us to can't have us.
You wouldn't sit down and have a meal after you'd been stood
No,
off.
we're
The girl
too-
needs to do it and go, I need to reclaim my night.
Yeah, we're
Bitches.
With chocolate cake
Yes.
and a martini.
We're withdrawing out of shame, and I can't believe so we're leaving in a hurry. I'm guessing, but I'm sure that they're trying it with everyone. I don't think they're necessarily.
I'm pretty sure there's bots out there going for literally everybody.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow, wow,
I
wow,
know,
wow,
I know.
wow. That's
Yep.
that's all I can really say.
Yep.
Okay. We'll pivot to a lovely user on Reddit called Eguchum who posed the question, what's the grossest thing your partner does but you accept? All right.
Okay.
Some good, bad, and horrendous answers here.
Alright,
I'm
oh
not going to
God.
give you all,
Oh,
but
God.
just to sort of throw them at your palate, see what do you take. So, mixes M&Ms and Skittles
Nope, jail.
in a bowl
No.
and eats them together.
No.
We've been married 25 years and have 2 grown children. When I see her do it, it makes me question every choice I've ever made.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
25 years with
No.
this person. Chocolate and Skittles in the same, but why? Where did that come from?
I don't know, but
because
it's
they
mean.
Look, just because they look the same.
Because then somebody else puts their hand in that bowl expecting to get one or the other and is tricked.
Maybe that's why, to fend off potential
I hate it.
predators from their
I hate it.
from their snack.
Guilty.
All right,
Next.
To take his medication in pill form, he chews up a big piece of food, spits it out in a ball, shoves his medication in it, throws the ball of food back in his mouth,
Ugh.
and swallows it whole.
I-
Full stop.
I'm sorry, but pre-chewed food would make me gag more than pill.
You're not this. You're not this. There's someone on this planet.
Thank you, Zane. Absolutely.
There's someone on this planet that is doing that, like a dog, like getting medication to your animal.
Like it's not even a psychological thing if their partner doing it so they don't notice. They fully know what they're doing.
Oh well, gird your loins
Oh
for
Jesus.
bites whole ass cartoonish chunks out of cheese we have in the fridge. I think it's funny as fuck and we'll laugh about it, but she's actually a rat. Full stop. Cheese block. I'll have that straight in the mouth.
I do that.
We've done it. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen.
To be fair, I would not do it if I lived with somebody else.
This is a single
This
shameful
is
kind
secret
of
single
yeah.
behavior. This is me grabbing the Mersey Valley like vintage and having a big old like that's girl dinner, right? Especially if you do it over the sink with like some grapes and a bit of wine. Like
I thought shredded cheese was the acceptable. You just hoof that into your mouth, shredded cheese. But
Nah.
nope, just the
it's
block
really
straight-
satisfying taking
straight
that big old bite out of the block. Although with the Cosy Lives the way it is, the blocks are getting a lot smaller, so it's a
Yeah.
lot easier to take a big bite out of.
Very, very true. Very true. I kind of want to. No, I'll thank you for your honesty.
Okay, great.
Liz, that's wonderful.
Okay.
And dear readers at home, that's warrants a 5-star rating, right? Over this podcast, that honesty, that level of like Liz has brought stories after stories after stories on this podcast. Nothing deserves a 5-star rating than admitting to the block of cheese.
I'm also born in the year of the rat, so I feel like it kind of works out.
Send in your admissions to Ghosts of Boyfriends Past. What do you do in a relationship that's kind of gross, but your partner's like, fine, and vice versa? What does your partner do that grosses you out, but you live with, like these sociopaths that mix their M&Ms and Skittles together? Elizabeth, more stories?
Yes. Okay, I'm trying to decide which one to. Okay, we'll go with this one. Oh no, it's a bummer. Have you got? No, it's been a funny episode. We're not going to go with a bummer.
Oh, we can yin and yang it.
No, I'm going to go with trash wedding stories.
Oh, great. Okay.
So here we go. I was a guest at my sister's wedding. We shared a room when we were in college, so we were pretty close. Oh, no, wait. Sorority sister, not sister.
Sorority sister.
I missed a word. The day before the wedding, another sister, we'll call her Rachel, and I travelled an hour and a half to get to our friend's hometown where the wedding was being held. Rachel and I were not bridesmaids, but we were going to spend the night at Amanda's house with the rest of the wedding party. Amanda's the bride.
Yes.
She invited us to prove that we were special, even if we weren't bridesmaids. From the minute that Rachel and I stepped into Amanda's house, Amanda's mother had us doing little tasks. Go pick up the pizza, set the table. Little things, but still things you don't expect a guest to do. The next morning, Amanda's mum woke us up and told us to go find Amanda. Apparently, she spent the night with her lover, not her fiancé. Can you imagine how uncomfortable we were to be put in that situation? And it gets worse. We had to fetch her breakfast, bobby pins, hairspray, shoes. I had to fix her hair. I used to fix hair for girls living in the house all the time, but I had no prior knowledge that I would actually be required to style the entire bridal party and the bride. Rachel had to iron Amanda's dress, and by the time we realised that we hadn't been invited as special guests but as servants, we were late for the reception because we had to gather all the various detritus left after 7 girls finished prepping for the formal event. By the time we got there, dinner had already been served, and Amanda's mother immediately herded us into the kitchen and instructed us to wash dishes. I was in shock, even more so when Rachel picked up a dish, but I started laughing when she tossed it to the floor. We went to McDonald's and never spoke to Amanda ever again.
Yes, good for that. Good outcome. I could see myself tolerating some of this bullshit because fine, I'm there, I'll fucking help out. But to rouse them from their lover's arms, not their husband, and then to continue with this charade, no, thank you. This is a stories-driven mini-sode, so we don't have to.
I've got one more trash wedding story for you to add to the list. My best friend tells us that he is engaged to be married finally and asked me to be his best man, and we proceed towards the wedding. The wedding was to take place in a city about 45 kilometres away, and so it was drivable. I got to the rehearsal, and it's a quick 15-minute walkthrough, small plate of sandwiches, and then home I go. Come Sunday for the wedding, I put on my rented tux. My wife has her formal dress on, and we drive out to the wedding, arriving well before the ceremony. The ceremony is done. We proceed to the reception hall, walk up to the place card and find out that we, along with one of the ushers and his wife, are seated at the children's table.
Wow.
Best man.
Oh, best man, of course. Yeah,
he's the best man.
What?
And he sat at the kids' table.
That seems
shitty.
Why's that happened? Does she not like him? She hates him, right?
She probably
doesn't want him at the head table.
Yep.
And has been shafted to the kid, like it's the at a wedding.
Unless some asshole parent has gone, I want my darling little one sitting next to me, and swapped the place cards.
Subterfuge. Could be subterfuge.
But I don't think that's it.
No. It's horrible.
Weird, right?
It's horrible. That's
weird.
What it is. Okay, well, dear readers, thank you for gripping the seat with Elizabeth and I and making it through another ghastly, spooky, stories-driven episode of Ghosts of Boyfriends Past. Quickie, I should say. We love you tuning in. It really does mean the world to us. Speaking of the world, this little show echoes out from Brisbane and goes around the world. So to each and every one of you, for wherever you live, thank you. It really means a lot to us.
We love you.
Send in your thoughts, questions, concerns, stories to ghostsofboyfriendspast@gmail.com. Thank you for putting up with us while we have a little break after 4.5 years. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
La la la